What a truly interesting time to be alive, because I said months ago, when you have people who want to dedicate time into just staring into their cameras while they're in their phone, their home, or just walking in public safely, telling people to do something stupid, they're not saying it to join you. They're saying it so that they can watch from a distance and cheer you on as you either suffer, get locked up, or a third option, because they're not going to join you, but they hope you're stupid enough to believe them. People are scared, people are highly emotional, and they're ramped up about what happened with the ICE agents and that woman who they shot and is now dead. And all of the opinions and all the takes and all the criticisms, I now have the worst one imaginable, and it's time for everyone to start getting guns and going at ICE agents.
We, the people, need to start taking back this country, and immediately, because they have corrupt, fake-ass people in these placements like ICE that are allowed to be masked, covered, not identify, do whatever the fuck they want, and murder people without knowing who they're killing, just killing civilians. And Trump's okay with this and is allowing this to happen, and it's now happening all over in the Midwest. This is not okay. What the fuck, America and Americans? How stupid are we to keep allowing this to happen? I say it's time for everybody to start getting guns and start coming out of their houses and start fucking ICE agents in the head.
Well, good buddy, allow me to help you out just a wee bit. See, this idea would work if somebody would just, be brave enough to start it. The problem is, nobody's brave enough to start it, because we all know what's going to happen. You're going to go out there with your gun. You're going to try to initiate this nice little revolution, and then you're going to get put down, and you're going to be viewed as a reaction on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all these things, and ultimately nobody's going to try it because they don't want to risk getting shot or going to jail. You can't sit here and hope to start seeing an outcome if you're not willing to start it. Why don't you, brave soldier with the septum piercing, go outside and give it a whirl? And then when you get the outcome everyone knows that's going to happen, you'll probably sing a different tune, or you'll probably be dead. And it won't be of benefit to you or anything, because, as I've stated, your political opposition wants you to do something that damn dumb, just so that they can take your corpse and say, hey, look, ignorant. We need more of these military people in the streets. We need more ICE agents in the streets because of this dummy right here. This dummy just tried to shoot us. Send more out there. Congratulations. You're thinking like a dumbass. You want people to act like dumbasses, and they're going to die like dumbasses, with nothing changing, nothing evolving, and things getting worse depending on your political affiliation. I understand the want to try to do something different. I understand trying to oppose what you deem as unfair, unlawful, or not even helping in the grand scheme. But fuck, shooting these people gets you nothing. It destroys any concept of civility that you would want, and it will amplify any tensions that your political opposition is already ready to use on you any fucking way. So for the love of God, come up with a different idea, please.
Wouldn't it be a shame if this guy who took the life of Renee Good in Minneapolis, if he didn't make it through the week?
No, you moron! Why would you post yourself online saying this? I get it. You are disgruntled. I get it. You're mad. I understand. But advocating for them to die, or subtly saying, hey, wouldn't it be grand if he didn't make it through the week? No!
Would it be a shame? Can we find out?
No, I don't want to find out. Because, if we start to find out, if somebody takes that chance, it's just going to be all guns blazing at that point. And everybody's going to wonder how we got to this point. We'll get to that point if people get what they want after advocating for it. You're going to get the martial law you've been dreading since Trump became president.
Okay, so Governor Walz the governor of Minnesota, telling the people of Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis, which is a very liberal, Democratic leaning area, to not take to the streets, to not escalate, not give them being ICE, this Trump regime whose boot we're currently under, any fodder, any reason to declare martial law, because that's essentially what they want to do. And I am just reminded that in Korea, it was the declaration of martial law from their Trumpy president that led to his impeachment, that led to mass protests in the street, that led to people stop going out shopping, going to work, etc. It just changed the regime. When he declared martial law in Korea, entertainment purposes only, I am just saying that that's what happened. And I do think that here in America, we have a very strong sense of don't tell me what to do. We saw that in 2020 when it came down to the pandemic and the government was saying things like, hey, you should isolate. You should also stay away from people. You should mask. And people were like, don't tell me what to do. And then other people like myself were like, I'm not going to let MAGA tell me what to do. I am going to mask. So we all had a sense of like, don't tell me what to do. A lot of people were unalived in 2020 because of this, right? Because so many people were like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to spread my disease no matter what. Well, we need to harness the Americanness of it all, of don't tell me what to do. If martial law were ever to be declared in the United States, you are essentially telling people they can't go outside. Don't tell me what to do, that they can't see other people. Don't tell me what to do, that they can't vote, that they can't exercise their personal freedoms. Like, I get it. Like, we don't want more people getting hurt. We don't want National Guard escalated into the cities of American cities. We know that. And at the same time, like, what's it going to take? And I'm not bringing this up out of context. In context of what happened in another democracy, such as Korea, we saw that escalation is what led to regime change. Just saying. This idea that we need to cool our temperatures, bring the temperature down, cool temperatures, that makes me so angry. It just makes me so mad because all cooler temperatures does is normalize things. We have been normalizing Donald Trump for the past 10 years. He is normalized by Democratic elected officials. He's normalized by the media, certainly. He's definitely normalized by Republicans. Republicans have normalized this man to the point where I'm like, you don't disagree with him. You are him. You are the party of him. He is the party of you. That is all that is left of the Republican Party. It is like, it makes me so angry. And I know I just posted a video about what happened in Korea, but I cannot tell you how much escalation actually leads to regime change. Escalation leads to regime change. Normalizing happens when cooler temperatures prevail, when cool heads are in charge. That's when the normalization of this fascism, authoritarianism actually happens. And that's what's been happening for the past 10 years. I watched Paula Ramos this morning talking about what happened in Minneapolis. And she was talking about the normalization of having troops on our street. And I'm like, well, actually, the normalization of this regime happened 10 years ago. It is just like, oh, well, NPR, which I stopped donating to, which I stopped listening to 10 years ago, because they normalized Donald Trump. Liberals and Democrats are so quick to normalize the Republican Party, normalize MAGA, normalize these people. It is actually so, that is what has become so dangerous in our country, is this idea that it is up to us to constantly cool temperatures down. If I hear another politician talking about bringing the temperature down, I will immediately see them as somebody who is normalizing what is going on around us, because that's what they're doing.
By the way, as soon as somebody shares his address, it's going all over the place.
I don't want to see his address. I'll be brutally honest with you. I, for the life of me, do not want to see his address at all.
I see, gent, that murdered that unarmed civilian in Minneapolis.
Why? Who do you, first of all, cultural appropriation? What is a white person doing with a shiesty mask on? I do not like this one bit.
We have your face. We have pictures of you.
Okay.
We will get justice for a fallen comrade.
At this point, I'm at the understanding that people want this martial law, but at the same time will cry about it being enacted because they're going to be scared that somebody's going to, go at them. But look what's being cheered on. Instead of looking at the scenario and everybody coming to an understanding that it should not have happened, and we go through an actual investigation to determine what was good, what was bad, what was right, what was wrong, and reaching a conclusion of substance, we instead got people hoping for the worst. And after they hope for the worst, they'll somehow cry once the button gets pushed for a little martial law. After spending all that time crying about it, they will sit there and say, oh, well, it's a shame that this martial law happened because we're living under a fascist regime, when we got people advocating for one of the steps to get there, which is just all out bloodbath. We are not going to reach an actual peaceful conclusion with people advocating for someone finding an ICE agent and killing them. It's just not going to happen. And what annoys me is the confidence of people. They'll hide their face. They won't go out and do the thing, but they'll cheer on and hope someone else does it. Hope that someone else got the balls. Hope that someone else has nothing to lose and they just say, fuck it. They're not even going to put money on your books if you do it. Don't fall for the trap set up by people who are just sitting at home not doing anything. They don't do any positive changes. They don't do any charity work. They don't reach out to the community. They just want to see a show. Don't fall for it, because if you fall for it and then the ramifications come in after and the world doesn't change for your perceived better, congratulations. You fell for some obvious bait and somebody wanting someone to take a risk that they're too pussy to take themselves. Don't fall for it.